Welcome to How to Deal When the Shit Gets Real podcast. I'm Marietta.
And I'm Connie. And today we're doing our bonus episode,
Where we talk about anything and everything just to annoy you guys.
always.
Also, we didn't realize how amazing you guys are and that we have like almost 50 followers. So thank you to the 50 people that deal with us weekly. We love you and hope you stick around and that these episodes don't make you go away.
And the 50 followers give us 50 more followers and so on and so forth.
Yeah, tell your friends.
That's what we'd like to think, that everyone's telling their friends.
Everybody's telling their friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bet like your real friends, not your ghost friends or your imaginary friends, your real friends.
No, I want to tell my ghost friends. You're so strange, Rieta, but I love you anyway.
No, I had to throw that in there because, guys, we were just talking about like what we were going to talk about, and we're going to have our second half of Lauren's episode next week, and she's going to talk to us about all the medium things and spiritual stuff that was happening to her. So that's why I made that weird joke.
Yes, it'll be like a connection from the last episode to this next episode, and it's gonna be pretty fabulous.
Because they're all fabulous, right?
Of course.
And now that we're on a new platform, we have a way to actually like interact with you guys like we always told you to do before, but now we can actually put it on the episode. So if you listen on Spotify, I'm going to put a poll on there, or we're going to put a poll on there that asks you if you believe in ghosts or not.
Ooh, that's fun. I like that. I didn't know that was even a possibility.
Now, see, Connie's even learning, guys. All the things. So, Connie, do you believe in ghosts?
Oh my god. So, like, I feel like kind of yes, kind of no. If that makes any sense? Like, because I remember me and my friends dicking around with, like, Ouija boards and contacting the spirits when we were teenagers.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
But I mean, who didn't? Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that like a rite of passage?
I don't know. Maybe some people didn't. I used to actually go to like haunted places, at night with people, and
my girlfriend is huge into that. My friend Mary.
Yeah, we were like our own version of Ghost Adventures, but
yes, they just did
cooler.
One. My friend just did one because they actually have those available. You can go and stay at haunted places, and like you'll get a tour guide. And she did one in Indiana, and now she just did one at the Joliet prison.
I love how they make it like legal for you to do it now because a bunch of people were just doing it and they probably got tired of arresting people. So they're like, let's just charge people to come here and then they'll stop coming here illegally.
Yes. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we did
that's how it works.
We did like Bachelor's Grove and the Insane Asylum in Mantino, and Axman's Bridge, like all the places that like if the police came, you totally could have gotten arrested, which I doubt they would because we were 17 and young and not really hurting anything.
Yeah, they drop you off at your parents' house with a stern warning. Although now I hear for Bachelor's Grove, they definitely arrest people now.
Yeah, I mean, because even Ghost Adventures did go there. So it put it on the map even more, not that it wasn't already. And the last time I was there, which, God, was forever ago, it already wasn't in very good shape. They weren't cutting the grass anymore. People had knocked headstones over. There was graffiti. So that's also probably part of the reason because they were tired of people. This is why we can't have nice things. People can't just go and experience it. They have to fuck shit up.
Yeah, it's life. So, I mean, that's why I'm always like, yes, no. I mean, I remember taking photos and be like, ooh, look at, there's an orb. Oh my God.
I honestly thought you were going to say yes because of your whole story with Grandpa and how he came to you. So I was
but see, that to me wasn't like a ghost. That was like him coming to me in my dreams. To me, that's two different things. Like, to me, like Grandpa visiting me, if nobody knew that, like on the night of my wedding, I had a dream where I talked to my grandfather and he told me that like he loved me and everything was going to be okay. And anyway, like I actually thought of that as more of like he was reaching out to me from heaven because it was like I was in heaven. It was just like all white and cloudy. It wasn't like he was sitting next to my bed and I looked over and I had like a conversation with him.
Okay, all right.
It was just like all white. And I was talking to him. And so to me, that was like he was reaching down toward me from heaven. I mean, that might be a little naive, but that's fine. And that's probably like, who knows if that was just a dream or if that really was something. I view it differently than like a ghost haunting a house.
A little column A, a little column B, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly how that's why I said yes and no. Because, like, yeah, he's visited my dreams, but, like, when the lights flicker, I don't believe it's a ghost.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, because, like, I believe in, like, kind of like what Robin talked about, like a higher being or a higher power.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I believe there's, I don't know how to word this. Like, I don't think it's just us, but I wouldn't necessarily call them ghosts. Like, I don't know what I would call them. Like, I definitely believe in, like, spirituality and, like, things maybe not always making sense. I'm not sure if I straight believe in ghosts either. Like, sometimes I think I do, and sometimes I'm like, eh.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where I'm at. It's like, sometimes yes, sometimes no.
And then
Can't
you talk
make
to
up my
people.
mind.
Yeah, exactly. And then we talk to people like Matt, who tells us about like crazy exorcisms, and then you kind of the line gets gray again because you're like, well, I mean,
You're like, wow, that's something. Yeah,
that's something.
And you know, they always say like seeing is believing and all that, not and all that stuff. And I wouldn't really say I've seen a ghost, had a ghost visit my dream. Sure, but like, what is a dream? You know?
Yeah, and my mom used to joke all the time at our house in California that because George would just my parents' old dog George would like come over because of course they bring him with when they came over, and he'd just sit in the corner and stare, and we're like, George, he's a ghost. Like,
there's nothing else. It's definitely a ghost.
There's nothing else he could be looking at. I mean, he's a dog. He's not high. He's not drunk. Like, he's just a dog. So, like, he sees something.
Mm-hmm. Our dog has done that at our house.
I don't know.
But not like a ton. Like, it's only happened like once or twice.
Yeah, I mean, he used to do it every time he came over. Like, he'd go to the exact same spot and stare at the exact same corner, and we're all like,
somebody died there. Okay, cool. Moving on, right? Like, don't want to think about it.
No, don't want to think about it, and really wish George could talk right now, because what would he say?
And that just makes me think of the movie Up with the dog.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. I'm like, yes, that is exactly how a dog would sound. If dogs could talk, that is the dog from Up.
I love that movie. Is so cute. I actually hadn't seen that until recently, like the last year or two, and it's really cute.
Yeah. You were missing out.
I was missing out. I don't know. Jackson, like, he kind of has a taste bud that's kind of beyond his years in certain aspects, and then like other things he's just very particular. So like he loved the Lego movies, so we saw all those like as soon as they came out. And of course the Minion movies. Who doesn't my mom even loves the Minion movies. So when she was here, she's like, let's take Jackson to see the new Minion movie. And I'm like, all right, let's go. And my dad was like, y'all are nuts.
Yes. Yep. No. I love all the Minion movies, but I feel like I would be the same way as Jackson as in particular, because a lot of the new, like what they show on like Netflix, I'm like, these look awful. Like, I do not want to see any of these new cartoon movies that Netflix is coming out with.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
Yeah, he'd rather see like Avatar or like the new Star Wars or Transformers. But
he's also getting older. Like, he's out of the Disney stage. He's much older than, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's going into the real live action movies.
Even still, like, he wasn't like crazy Disney like some kids are. Like, he likes certain things like cars, and he loved like planes with Dusty Cropper and that kind of thing. But he wasn't like
he's also not
crazy obsessed. Yeah, he's not a girl. Yeah. So like I've never seen Frozen. People are like, "What? You never?" I'm like, "I have a boy. He doesn't." I mean, and if he wanted to watch it, I absolutely would have. Like,
he had no interest in seeing princesses sing.
Yeah, he was not interested. Yeah, he doesn't really like singing, period. What did we watch? Oh, the second Lego movie had more singing in it. And Kyle, Justin was like, what's happening? And I'm like, I don't know, buddy. They're singing.
But also, Lego Batman is by far the best Batman
movie
of all time. Like, you cannot convince me otherwise. Me and my girlfriend and Tom went to actually go see it in theaters because we were like, we have to. This looks amazing. Like, Lego Batman, are you serious? This is awesome. And now you just cannot convince me otherwise.
There's going to be a big debate there.
That's fine. You can go ahead and debate it, but it's hilarious.
No, it is. It's
on
awesome.
The nose. I can't even. It's just so great because it's like simultaneously the best Batman and also making fun of Batman, but also very realistic. Yes. Like, yeah, that's Batman.
Oh yeah, Will Arnett is going to be so happy if he ever hears this episode because he's totally going to agree that he's the best Batman. But maybe we'll add another poll to our thing asking who you think is the best Batman, because I know my husband, that's probably his favorite
movie
animated character. I don't know, whatever you want to call him, because I can't call him Marvel because he's not Marvel, he's DC. So like we'll just call him a superhero or whatever you want to call him. That's my husband's favorite, so I'm sure he would highly disagree that Lego Batman is the best. I actually don't even know who he would say is the best Batman. I'd have to ask him.
No, I mean, I just think out of all the movies, like, it's just too great. I don't know.
It is. It's funny.
I like all the Batman movies, but I'm like, this is hilariously awesome because it's just making fun of all the Batman because he takes himself so seriously. Like, I love it. I'm like,
I love the extra ab.
Okay, I was like, is it really for kids? No, it's for adults. This is hilarious.
Yeah, like, I love his extra. I love his extra ab.
Yes. I just like when he's like, you have to go out. No.
I knew you were going to reference that. I knew it.
Yep. Yeah, that one's the greatest.
We went from Ghost to Batman. Love it.
Seamlessly. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week.
Yeah, we went back to the Ghost really quick because we did go to movies. But, I mean, when we saw Oppenheimer, they had a preview for the new Exorcist movie coming out. And not only is it like the new Exorcist movie, it's a sequel to the one from 73? The year I'm going to be wrong. But the one from the 1970s. So, the mom from the first one is going to be in this one. So I was like, wow, they're really tying it in there. So I might have to see it solely for that reason.
I'll just see it just because it's a scary movie.
That too. And then there's another one like that, Haunting in Venice, that's coming out that actually looks really good.
I want to see that one. And we actually just saw The Pope's Exorcist, and that was pretty good too.
I saw the that comes up on my Netflix every time I sign in, so I'm gonna have to watch that because my friend Kristen, who we interviewed, which you guys will get her episode soon, she was like, I was scared for like 3 days.
It was good.
She said it was good.
Although I am a wuss, I actually had to like watch it 2 separate times. Like we watched it like halfway through, and I was just too tired, and so we had to finish it the next night. And I was like, this is fine and all. Like, I love scary movies, but I need to go to bed.
Yeah. No, I mean, as you get older, things get harder.
But I also wanted to, like, finish it. So I was just like, I'm not ready to just give up and go away and never watch it again, because that has happened.
Well, certain movies sometimes, too, they call for that. Like, they just don't need to be finished. But, yeah, I'm going to have to watch that. And I also just ordered a book. And it's not... I don't remember the name of the author. He's got an interesting name, but I'm sure people out there are going to know the book. It's Playground, which has become like a big thing on social media because I guess it's horror. It's like on the page, like pretty graphic horror. I think there's a specific name for it, but I apologize that I can't think of what it is. But I guess his newest book, I think it's called Wet Market, is so gruesome that it won't even be out on Amazon. And of course, like you're naturally like, how gruesome
does it have to be? Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm kind of like, I kind of want to buy it just because.
It won't be on Amazon. I mean, good point.
Yeah, I mean, Amazon's kind of, you have to worry about kids and stuff finding it in searches. So I get it why they do that. So that's why I'm like wondering how gruesome is really gruesome. Like, is it just Amazon has low standards, or is it really that bad?
Well, you'll find out and report back.
I guess I have to now. I'm going to read the other one first. And if I can make it through that one, then we'll move on.
Nice. So is it like reading, or is it like almost like a comic book?
No, it came today. I haven't opened my packages yet, but
as far as
I know.
I thought that you said that like it had like graphics in it or something. I don't know
No,
why
I think
thought that.
I just meant like graphic descriptions.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just confusing myself. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it's fine. And it could have been me too, like not making it very clear. So no, as far as I know, like it's just, it's a novel.
And I was thinking like it's not a comic book, but it's not a novel. Like it's kind of like a graphic novel kind of deal. Like somewhere in between. That's what I was thinking of for some reason.
I wish I could remember. Maybe I can find it. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember Leanne. We interviewed Leanne a while ago. She was an author that wrote Age Gap, and she had just posted on her Instagram that she had read it. So I was like, oh my God, I just ordered it. So she had messaged me and she's like, have you read Splatterpunk? And I'm like, not familiar with that term, so I'm not sure. I might have. I haven't read horror in a long time. Like, I don't know about anybody else that reads, but I go through my phases. Like right now I'm in a total thriller phase. I'm really reading all the thriller suspense. That. And, when I was younger, I'm not talking super young, but when I was in like college and shortly after, like all the horror books, because that's what you like. The Saw movies were big then. So, of course, I was like, let me read all this stuff too. So it's been a while. So I was like, I'm not familiar with this term, but maybe I have.
So that's what it's called?
Apparently that's what it's called. Splatterpunk.
Interesting.
Learn something new every day.
That doesn't sound like what you've described. Like splatterpunk to me just kind of is like steampunk but with blood.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't what I pictured either, but I kind of like it because I don't know, I like the name.
Well, because like how do you go more graphic than like the horror genre? Like, you know what I mean? Right. Like you have to get creative.
I think they also call it like extreme horror. Just like those extreme haunted houses that everybody was doing for a while. It's extreme horror.
Everything is extreme when you're living in this world.
I mean, like I said, learn something new every day. I had no idea that until my editor sent me some stuff back that when you use a question mark and an exclamation point together, it's called an iterobang. I didn't know it had a term. So I was like, oh.
I feel like I remember that from college.
I probably should have remembered that, but like she put it in there and I'm like, what the hell is an iterobang? And then I realized like later on in the document what she meant, and I was like, oh, okay.
That's funny. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like, did she mean it in a good way or a bad way?
Oh no, she's very informative, which is one thing I really love about her. She did say like most editors would take all of them out, like they're not grammatically correct, but she likes them. So she's like, I'm gonna allow you 2, so you need to pick what 2 you want and stick with them. The rest of them need to be deleted.
I get it. Yeah, so which one does it make the most sense for, and which one can just be?
And of course, she makes suggestions like, "Oh, this would be a good one to keep. This one would be a good one to delete." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Delete."
Hey, as long as you're getting the information, it's all good, right? In the hood.
Exactly. Like I said, still learning.
Yep, we're all still learning. I just need like a large nap. Just everything is so hectic.
I definitely feel like we should adopt the daily nap agenda.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Too bad kids don't necessarily listen to a daily nap agenda.
No, it just should be for everybody. Everybody's required to take.
Everybody is what I saw on Instagram was that but like it was like a suggestion that like moms put in for their kids quiet time. Like you go to your room, you can read a book, you can nap, like no electronics, like quietly playing type of things like drawing or reading. Yep. And like that's it for like an hour a day. And I'm like, that's amazing. That is a brilliant idea if you can get your kids to do it. Because I know that that's not necessarily like possible. But I do think that would be in Theo's future because he already quietly plays by himself at the age of 1.
I think it is important in a lot of ways because it also teaches you as an adult that like you need your own time in your own space. So it kind of sets that precedence from a young age that, hey, this is okay.
Yeah, you take an hour to yourself and have some quiet time, not on your phone, but to yourself. And also, I really do think that this is like going to be Theo in the future, because he's also he has wanted in the past for me to put him in his crib, but to not sleep, but just to like chill. Because
chill.
everything is just too much. He doesn't sleep at all, but like he relaxes.
Yeah. I mean, everybody gets overstimulated. I don't care who you are. And sometimes you just need to lay down.
Yep. Well, this is how to deal when this shit gets real. And come back next episode. What will we talk about? Who the hell knows? But always comment what you want to hear. We'd love to hear it. Sounds good. And we'll talk to you later.